Good morning, G3 investors. Greg Gallagher here. Let's go over our results for the week ended November 27th. And for the month, we're almost done with the month, and year to date, we're doing great. You can see here we've got a 20% gain for the month. That is a record since G3 trading started back in 2017. And the year to date, we're over 100%. We're up to 117.6, and that also is a record. We're handily beating our benchmarks, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. And if you're not a patron, just become one. Copy this into your browser and sign up, and it costs $20 a month. Okay, before I get started on what's strong and what's weak, I thought it would take a look at this megaphone chart that showed up on the S&P 500. This is a 5-year weekly chart, and you can see from this top right here, we just went increasingly higher, and at the same time, when we've had corrections, they've gotten bigger. So if this holds out, it looks like we're headed somewhere above 3,800 in the next month or so, and when we have the next correction, it could be an ugly one because we could go all the way down to 2,000. Now, that's not necessarily true, but that's how they've worked in the past. Okay, let's look at 2 years here so we can get a little bit better shot, and let's look at the SPY, which is the ETF we trade. That is the equivalent of, and what I'm looking at here is the SPY is the ETF we trade for the S&P 500. I'm looking at where the strength is in this market. Here you can see the SPY made a new all-time high here, and for the last 3 weeks we're kind of stuck here in this little consolidation. Whereas, the diamonds, which would be the Dow, we don't really trade that one, but it's broke out, and it's just barely, it's new all-time high here, but it's going up a little bit, so kind of hard to see. Maybe we could go to a 1-year chart and do a daily. Yeah, there we go. See a little bit better. Here was the correction we had, and then we're going. So the diamonds is where it's at. So we've had this rotation that started back here when we had this high. We the Qs, the NASDAQ 100 Trust was leading back here, and then we had this couple corrections, and then we started this rotate right on that drop right there. We started a rotation into, I want to call it bricks and mortar type stock, but not totally. We still have SMH is by far and away our strongest ETF that we follow and trade, and we've made a lot of money on this one this year. XLY, that would be there we are. Consumer discretionary, also looking pretty strong. Again, we had this big pullback here, and we're already at new highs on that one. The industrials, so we've rotated it. Here's comes part of the rotation into the bricks and mortar. This one didn't even hardly pull back. Went here, and then boom, 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 right up. Okay, and then retail sales. Spider S&P retail ETFs. Strong ETF right there. Strong. And I think the housing market or the home builders is doing pretty good. Yeah, still made new highs, but kind of pulling back a little bit. The small cap 600, that would be IJT, moving right along. So we've got rotation into the small caps. If we looked at IWM, which would be the Russell 2000, we don't trade that one. Whoops, hit wrong number there. IWM. Yeah, there's the Russell 2000. You can see it's very strong as the rotation is winning there. We trade the IJT. Also, the transports have been pretty strong this year. You can see right there we go. We pulled back and boom, boom, boom. Off we go. And, of course, the weakness has been in energy stocks. There's the energy select sector, ExxonMobil. Now, they have picked up here. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get to that old interim high there or not. But we have picked up a little bit. Now, natural gas is the winter trade, and it's been a real loser this year, so we haven't had any movement there. Also, the gold and silver, the metals, I don't trade palladium and all that, but it's just looked like we were going off to the races here, and boom, something fell. The bottom fell out of that. I don't trade Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is taken off, so that kind of doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And of course, the stock of the year is Tesla, which, when we look at, I mean, this thing, I don't know. Here we were back there on the 18th, we were at $72, and now we're at $585. So I don't understand the valuation on Tesla, but it's not mine. You know, the market does what the market wants to do. You know, what can I say? But let's take a look at the heat map here. I'm going to look at something a little different. What I want to look at here is, this is the S&P 500, and we're looking at the price to sales. And these dark red are not good signs. So this is when you have Visa trading 21 times sales, and MasterCard 22 times, Apple 7, Microsoft 11, Google, Amazon. I'm surprised. I'd almost consider that one, you know, to get green, or, you know, two times, you know, two times would be the max I'd want to buy an individual stock. You know, unless you're growing astronomically, which, you know, some of these stocks probably are growing astronomically, but certainly not Apple, and certainly not Microsoft and Google and Facebook. I don't think it's growing at 10 times sales. But it's kind of ridiculous. And, you know, now we can look at the full here, which will give us this is all the stocks on the U.S. stock exchange categorized by sectors and industries. See if we can find Tesla. I don't even know where it's at. It's an auto, but it's hard to find stuff on here. Come on, Craig. Where's Tesla? Should be a fairly big buck. There it is. It's only trading 20 times. 20 times sales. And Tesla, if you add up, well, here there's Toyota, there's General Motors, there's Honda, and there's Ford. And I don't know what that one, Ferrari, whatever the others are. But basically, Tesla has a market cap that's larger than all these combined. So when somebody says how crazy can the market get, there's a perfect example of it. At any rate, this is Greg Gallagher, and I'm saying good trading, good luck, and don't forget to like and subscribe this video on YouTube, and sign up try out G3, becoming a G3 patron. It only costs $20 a month, and get a lot of information. You get the setups that I see, comments and updates on the market throughout the day. And the model makes a lot of money. So anyway, good luck and good trading.